about to drop quite a few feet with these two locks. It reminds us of the Wildly Canal a little bit. A lot more narrow, but a big drop downwards.
It's not fair, I don't see with my eye.
Which really is the hard part. No, it's in the blue one. Blue? Yeah.
It's so good.
So what are you drinking?
I'm garlicking. I'm garlicking a wine. Drinking a garlic wine, and it smells really, really pungent. Really good, actually, if you like garlic. But when you drink it, it's more subtle. Like the aftertaste is actually really nice. I was not expecting this.
And how much garlic did you say was in there again?
It was 3 separate trips to get more because I had to keep going. But it's 60 or 70 bucks worth of garlic got me almost a liter of wine.
Wow.
The crisps?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are
So
actually cooked by
So you can
monks.
have samples.
Like from a monastery.
Wow.
No.
Cooked by monks.
These are the sort of things down here that we were avoiding on our way down. And I figure since we got it jammed here between the wall and the hull, I got the rope lassoed around it with this boat hook. And I'm just gonna feed this through, and hopefully, if it's not too heavy, I'm gonna pull it out and put it on shore so no other boats have to run into it like we almost did. Oh, you bugger. Come on, baby. Oh, that's heavy. That's waterlogged. All right, one last thing to run into.
Going down on Lock 35 in Lockport. We're going to be going down about 25 feet, and right after another 25 feet. It's kind of easy in the locks. Well, we'll see how it goes. But there's pretty much lines on either side of the locks. And you pretty much just wrap up your own line around it, and these ones are tied at the bottom and the top, so we're just gonna slide down with them. Other locks, it's not tied at the bottom, so you pretty much just grab onto it and hold on, just like the first lock we did. And right now there's the cruise boat in the other lock, so he's gonna be going up, we're gonna be going down, and then we're kind of gonna meet together. And the first boat in front of us is gonna scoot over to the starboard first, then a cruise boat's gonna go around him and go to his own starboard, and we're gonna be third, and then we're gonna go down the second lock.
We're going down! Oh no, I can't see the top anymore. awesome. The locks were so much fun. It was a little nerve-wracking in the lock 35, I guess it is, because there was a bit of turbulence and a bit of current. But honestly, this is really cool. I mean, look at this. It's like the gates of Mordor.
Or Jurassic Park.
Or Jurassic Park, that works too. But man, it's super cool experience dropping 25 feet and then dropping another 25 feet. This is basically us going over the Niagara Falls, but the safer way.
We made it to Middleport and it's pretty awesome. There's like picnic tables, power, nice little wall to dock onto. So let's get some editing going. People wonder how we cook on a boat. Well, we have a kitchen or a galley like anyone else, but it's just a little smaller and you've got to run off the batteries or have something else to cook with. So I have a 2-burner alcohol stove and the oven, which works awesome. A little finicky to turn it on and warm it up. And right now we've got power, so I even have our little toaster oven going on.
Yum.
Should be
Look at
good.
this epicness that you just made.
I made a nice spinach, cucumber, tomatoes, chia seeds and hemp seeds salad. Some roasted veggies from my mom's garden. Beets, turnips, carrots, potatoes of different colors. And I have some sort of, I'll call it Thai Asian style chicken with a bunch of spices. It's gonna be so good. And some herbs and garlic pasta.
Why is there a warning? Going down the canal, it's quite nice to have a little autopilot because you're not there steering the whole way, and there are some fairly straight sections of canal. But the one issue that I'm finding with it is what's coming up next. We've got a bridge made out of entirely metal, and as we pass under it, the autopilot kind of freaks out and turns us one way or the other. So let's see how this one goes. Here comes the bridge! Let's see what our steering does as we go under it. Oh God! No, don't turn! Oh God, turn back! And then it figures itself out. Just radioing the lift bridge, waiting to see if we can get underneath it. It's not a very busy town, so I'm assuming we'll have no problem. We won't even have to slow down much, but just waiting to hear back from them.
Bridge up here in a moment.
Wonderful, thank you very much. Traveling by water on the Erie Canal made us see things that we would have missed while driving. The slower pace was also perfect for seeing wildlife sightings. There's also these really sweet canal boats that you can take down the canal and rent for a week or two. There were so many bridges to call along the Erie Canal, which can really slow you down. Luckily, there's just as many city docks to tie off to along the way. Oh yeah, slow down, yeah. I didn't realize there was the other bridge there too. You got it, my love. Don't be stressed. just sit here and wait. Just leave it in neutral, you should be fine.
Well, that was a bit stressful. I was coming up to Albion and there's multiple lift bridges, and well, the canal isn't that wide and there was boats all over the place, and I'm following the boat up ahead, and then I noticed that he's slowing down, so I slow myself down, then go to neutral, and then I'm like, holy moly, he's actually like pretty much stopped. I'm coming up real quick. So then I tried to go in reverse, but I wasn't really thinking straight, so I headed in forward. And when Corey's like, no, you're still in forward, then I tried to put it back into neutral to go in reverse, but then the engine stalls. And then I started panicking a little bit. It's just, there was a lot of boats around me and the boat ahead, and I kind of stressed out. So anyways, get it back on track, started moving again, and then at one point I'm like, okay Corey, just take the wheel, because we had to go through the first bridge, so that went okay. And then I still had to wait in between the two bridges because it's the same operator for the lift bridge, so you've got to wait for her or him to go to the next one. And then the wind kind of picked up a little bit and trying to stay calm, but I'm like, okay, Corey, just keep driving. He drives more often, and when I stress out, if there's too much stuff around me, I don't necessarily think straight. But we're good.
Well, it was a good debrief anyway, and I mean,
I prefer sailing with space.
we'll learn from this experience. It's not a big deal, and if you ever feel too stressed, I can take the wheel, but you got it covered. Like, you just made a mistake. It's not a big deal.
You're right in my way.
Just looking at the oil, the transmission oil, double checking to make sure we're still good. And stuffing box is dripping quite a bit. Dipstick.
Dipstick.
You having fun yet?
No, I'm not. I hate this.
My shoulders don't fit in like that, so you're the main man or main woman in this case.
Okay, so I've got it kind of tight against the other one, but the back nut can twist still. Back nut tight towards it.
So once you get the big nut
Yeah.
tight to the point where it's got like a drip every so often, then you bring the small nut and tighten it up against the big nut. So we just finished off a little bit of a boat job, not too bad so far. Top off our transmission fluid, it was a little bit low. I think we have a slight leak in our transmission fluid. It's nothing too bad, but we got to keep an eye on it. And we also, well, I should say Alex also tightened up the stuffing box because we were getting like a drip, pretty much like drip, 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 and then when it was running it was just like just leaking out really fast. And we also noticed that there's a bit of what I thought was metal shavings down underneath there, and that could be something that we never noticed and it was there for ages. So we cleaned out that area and we're gonna keep an eye on it to see if more if we end up with more down there, because I think there might be a little bit too much movement. It doesn't seem like the shaft is bent, it seems pretty straight. Maybe it seems like the stuffing box is moving maybe about a millimeter, max 2 millimeters, a little bit back and forth when we're in gear. And I think that's mostly because our motor mounts need to be replaced. We only replaced the one and we have to get 3 more shipped to us. So I think once we do that, it will solve that problem, because especially the back end of the motor right now, it's kind of moving a little bit on its motor mounts. I tightened up those bolts just a little bit to try to eliminate that problem. It's a heck of a lot better than it was before, but it's just something that we're gonna have to keep an eye on.
On a positive note, we are here in Holley. It's gorgeous. Corinne and John told us that we really had to stop here to check it out. So that's what we're gonna do. Having a cold beer, check out the little park and go see a waterfall. We left the beaten trail to explore in the woods along the waterfall. After the steep climb, we crossed over it to find an interesting water snake. And of course, Corey wanted to touch it, but refrained from that. It was nice and warm, so I decided to go for a swim, and surprisingly, the water wasn't that cold.
Oh boy, it's a heavy one. It's kind of cool. There's nobody here at the stand, so they just have a little drop box where you drop off the money. So it's very trusting, and it's kind of sweet. I like it.
Hey, boat neighbors, how you guys doing,
Oh,
man?
hey, how's it going?